You look like a man who knows his donuts.
So bad. Tits. You don't stand a chance. That's terrific, Cupcake. Asshat. You greasy vest-wearing monkey.
What?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be talking about every single side item that Payday 3 has to offer. I'm also going to be going through these through a very quick session, because a lot of them are just sort of similar in some ways. I'm going to be ranking them through a 1 out of 10, because ranking them on a tier list is very boring and uninteresting, and very lazy in my opinion. So I'm going to have to go through and talk about them, why they're good, and why they're not good. So without wasting any time, let's get into it, starting off with the starter pistol that everyone starts off with, being the Signature 40. The Signature 40 is a very versatile pistol that's going to help you a lot when it comes to, for emergency uses. This thing is amazing. Very good handling, very good rate of fire, very good ammo capacity, and as well as solid damage. Takes 3 hits to kill a light and 4 hits to kill a heavy unit, but because of its very fast rate of fire, it sort of ignores that entirely, and as long as you have face-to-face, the problem of facing against heavy units is not going to be drastically a problem. Against shields, it's fine, you just have to put in a lot of rounds to kill them, if, you know, they're blocking your way and shit. Against bulldozers, it is able to kill them as long as you have an extended magazine, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's a very versatile pistol and very good for those beginners. Even if you don't decide to change your pistol, it's going to help you a lot. It's an 8 out of 10 pistol that's going to help you drastically. The Signature 403 is literally worse than the Signature 40 because it takes the exact same amount of shots to kill both shields, heavies, lights, and dozers. You would think that extra little bit of damage would significantly help, but no, it makes it worse. And let's also not mention the fact that it has a worse rate of fire, meaning it has a worse time to kill than the Signature 40. 5 out of 10, this thing is literally the worst weapon in Payday 3 because of how terrible it is. Do not use this unless it's for personal preference. That's it. This thing is terrible. Next up we have is the Glock. The Glock is actually better than both the Signature 403 and the Signature 40 because of its very fast rate of fire. It takes the same amount of shots to kill a light unit, but the problem comes in against heavy units. The difference between the Signature 40 and the Glock is that the Signature 40 is very effective against heavy units, even on medium range, and as well as close range. But when it comes to the Glock, the problem really comes in on medium range. This thing really struggles against heavy units and as well as shields because of its low damage. But when it comes to light enemies, it is a very powerful pistol that's going to really clear them out quickly. It has a faster time to kill than both of them combined, but as soon as the heavy units roll in, the problem sort of switches sides, where the Signature 40 is a little bit better. But the only way you can sort of counter that problem is by grabbing face-to-face and as well as coup de grace with heavy hipfire. The hipfire and accuracy in a lot of these pistols are really damn good. That's it. The Stryk is a very good pistol, but it does come with some struggles. 7.5 out of 10. It is able to kill the bulldozer with 1 magazine, but it requires more rounds than comparing like the Signature 40. Next up we have on the list is the SP Model 11. A very good pistol, even for those who don't have DLCs. 2 taps lights, 3 taps heavies. That's it. With a slightly slower rate of fire compared to the others, it's pretty much the Jacknife, but slightly slower. That's it. The only difference between them is that the SP model has faster reload speed. That's it. The SP Model 11 is a very good, very versatile, get the job done. It's really damn good. Even if you use this as your main weapon, it's going to get the job done. But as an emergency weapon, it's fucking amazing. The only problem I have is the fact that the hipfire accuracy is worse than a lot of the pistols. So that can really mess you up a little bit. But it is very good. Even against bulldozers, this thing is able to really shred them very quickly. So it gets a 9 out of 10. It's very good. Next up we have on the list, it would be the Sforza Bison, the revolvers. The Sforza Bison is a very strange one because the Sforza Bison is a weapon that a lot of people don't really necessarily like for one reason, and that is its really weird recoil and weird stability, because unlike the other weapons where it jumps around vertically, this thing jumps around horizontally, which is a very strange thing, but either way. The special thing about this is that it has a significantly faster rate of fire compared to a lot of the one-shotting weapons, like the J&M Castigo and as well as the Bullkick. Now, what makes this special is that if you pair this with ammo funnel, and if you're really good at landing headshots and controlling the Sforza Bison's recoil, you're able to really land headshots a lot more consistently and kill enemies a lot more quicker than the Deagle and as well as the Castigo and the Bullkick. But then again, that requires you to sort of learn this thing a little bit and get used to the weapon's recoil. The only problem I have is the fact that it's not able to one-tap shields, but that doesn't really matter when you're already able to 3-tap them in the head. And it's really bad against bulldozers. You're not able to kill these guys. You have to spend more shots. So, yeah. It's a 9 out of 10 revolver, or an 8.5. I'm going to put it at 8.5 because it requires a bit of a learning curve. But it is a very good sidearm. Really damn good. Better than a lot of the pistols, but it requires a bit of an effort and learning curve to get used to it. The Castigo sort of removes that problem. The only downside being is that it has a slightly slower rate of fire, and that's pretty much it. Does that really matter? Not really. This thing is a 9.5 out of 10. It's the second best pistol or sidearm in my personal opinion, mainly because of how accurate this damn thing is. 2 type lights on the body and 3 type heavies on the body. But this thing is able to one-tap enemies on the head regardless of if you have edge or not. But the only difference between this is the fact that this thing is fucking accurate. The hipfire accuracy is pinpoint. The overall hipfire accuracy for each shot is not as terrible as the others. The recoil is so damn easy to control that you're able to land headshots very consistently. This thing is very versatile. It's able to kill enemies a lot more quicker than most of the one-tapping weapons. This thing is phenomenal to use. Even if you don't have ammo funnel, this thing as an emergency weapon is very damn good because of how fast this thing reloads. So make that 6 shots you have on the weapon count, because it's going to really help you a lot. This thing is my favorite to use, and when ammo funnel or even headhunter is in the play, this thing is able to really shred a lot of enemies effectively. That is, if you can land headshots. Even if you can't, the body shot damage on this thing is absolutely phenomenal. Really love it. Now let's go over with the Tribune 32. The Tribune 32 is a very simple and reliable machine pistol that's going to help you a lot. On close range, it's one of the best, but on mid-range, it fucking sucks. I don't know what the fuck is up with the Tribune 32, but for some reason on mid-range engagement, this thing is absolutely terrible, even against like light units. But when it comes to close range engagements, this thing is absolutely amazing, better than a lot of the pistols except for the SP model. But other than that, this thing is amazing. But as soon as the heavy units start rolling in, this thing is going to really struggle a lot. It's going to take a lot more shots to kill them. And let's also not mention the fact that this thing, like I said, sucks ass at mid-range. Once the heavy units start rolling in and you're fighting these fuckers at longer ranges, it's going to really struggle a lot. The stability is a little bit weird as it shakes a lot, and you might think, well, it's a machine pistol, no shit. But then there's the Ziv Commando where it shoots faster and it barely shakes, but either way. The Tribune 32 is very good, but it is a little bit weak on mid-range, but either way, it is able to kill bulldozers very quickly, but as long as you have face-to-face and you're able to abuse that, this thing is very good. 8.5 out of 10. It's very good. Next up we have the DLC weapons, starting off with the Picchio Duro 5. The Picchio Duro 5 is the same way as the Tribune 32, but it has a faster time to kill because of its faster rate of fire and the fact that this thing is a burst weapon. However, even if you miss one bullet while burst shotting someone, you're gonna have to put in another extra burst round to kill an enemy, because this thing is a little bit inconsistent at certain times. Sometimes it is able to kill enemies with one burst on the head, sometimes it doesn't. It's a little bit inconsistent, but it is still a very good weapon if you're able to handle this weapon well. You have to sort of treat this like a DMR or like a marksman weapon. You have to be very precise with this thing, otherwise it's not going to be very effective. If you're just like running around, aiming your gun, waving it around, it's not going to help you. But if you're very precise with your shots, this thing is going to really drastically help you. It has a faster time to kill than a lot of the pistols, including the Tribune 32. But like I said, you have to be very precise with this because there's a bit of a delay for each burst shot you do. And so if you miss even one target, you're missing out on a lot of time to kill. It is effective against bulldozers. It struggles against heavy units the same way as the Tribune 32, but I believe the Tribune 32 is a little bit better, but I'm not really sure. Against mid-range, it's fine. It's not really nothing special. Against light units, it doesn't really matter, but against heavy units, it does have a bit of a problem. It is not able to one-tap them or one-burst them on the head, which is sad, but either way. I kind of wish this thing was able to warp one-burst enemies on the head with face-to-face, but it cannot. So, for this reason, I'm going to put it the same way as the Tribune 32. These two weapons are different. They have their own little ups and downs, but that's up to personal preference in my opinion. Next up we have on the list is the Jacknife. One of the most consistent pistols in the existence of Payday. This thing is really damn consistent. It's effective against every target you can think of. Light units, not a problem. Heavy units, nah. Shields, they can fuck off. Bulldozers, not a problem. This thing shreds dozers like butter. This pistol is really damn good. The third best sidearm in the game, second coming in with the Castigo, and yes, I know that might be a little bit bullshit, but considering the fact that we have a lot of primary weapons that is already able to kill bulldozers, and considering the fact that the Castigo has a very effective swapping speed, it's not really that much problematic. The Jacknife is amazing. That is all I can say. That is it. It's amazing in every shape and form. Hipfire is good. Recoil and stability is good, rate of fire is amazing, damage is incredible, ammo capacity is amazing, reload speed is amazing. It's amazing. 9 out of 10. The only problem is that light heavy units can be a little bit problematic because it takes 3 hits to kill them on the head, and if they're crowded, then the problem is really going to come settling in. This thing is not really meant for crowded areas, it's more of an emergency weapon against light units and heavy units. So yeah, it's a 9 out of 10. It's very versatile and very good. The Bullkick is probably by far one of the most fun and interesting weapons to ever exist in Payday. I absolutely love this thing, and it's one of the most fun and engaging. You are able to one-tap 99% of the enemies with edge except for bulldozers, but that doesn't really matter. The only problem is slow rate of fire. Horrible stability because you're going to be having a gun blocking your way for each time you're shooting while aiming down the sights. And the hipfire accuracy is terrible, worse than a lot of the pistols. But, what makes this weapon absolutely the best than any other pistol is how effective it is with human shields. Because, for one, you don't have a weapon blocking your way. 2, the hipfire accuracy while you're shooting is pinpoint accurate. It is really damn versatile, and for each time you shoot, you can sort of like stop aiming in order to prevent enemies from shooting at you, because there's a bit of a delay before you can shoot because of its very slow rate of fire, and you can use that slow rate of fire as an advantage to not take any damage. You shoot, you don't aim, and then you just let the enemies come close. This thing is pinpoint accurate when it comes to using human shields, but even if you're not using human shields, this thing is very fun to use. Sure, it only has 5 rounds in the magazine, but paired with ammo funnel, and as well as maybe even headhunter for that matter, it's still very versatile. It kills everything in one shot except for bulldozers. It's a 9 out of 10. I absolutely love this thing so much. It's so fucking fun to use. I really just love this thing. Finally, we have... oh, for fuck's sakes. It's the Deagle, for fuck's sakes. Do I really need to say anything about this? It's a 10 out of 10. No, actually, it's a 9.5 out of 10. And I have a very good reason. I have 2 reasons, actually. 3 reasons, actually. Firstly, is its horrible stability and recoil. Good luck landing headshots consistently the same way as the Castigo and the Bison with this thing, because this thing jumps around a lot. Secondly, is it has terrible recoil recovery. Now, you think I might be spewing bullshit, but I'm not. There is a secret mechanic, as far as I'm aware, something called recoil recovery that is only prominent and mostly noticeable on shotguns. Shotguns have a very specific and exclusive modification where it reduces the overall recoil recovery. What does this mean? Well, it pretty much determines how quick the weapon goes back to its original position after shooting every shot. It just basically means like how quick does the weapon go back to normal position where you were shooting while aiming down sights. And this one has, and for the Deagle's sake, it's a little bit slower than the others. Thirdly, it's horrible hipfire accuracy. Good luck landing consistent headshots at medium range with the hipfiring this thing. Because, unlike the Castigo where it's so pinpoint accurate, this thing you have to be a little bit careful. Sometimes you're able to land bullshit headshots, sometimes you're not able to. The hipfire accuracy is a little bit inconsistent at certain times. Sometimes you're able to land a perfect headshot at long range. Sometimes you're able to miss even the most easiest headshots on close range. Like, how the fuck did this thing even miss in the first place? While yes, I know it is able to one-tap every single enemy except for the bulldozer, even at close range, but it is able to one-tap them on the body for some apparent fucking reason. Why Starbreeze, but either way. It's the best pistol in the game. I just don't like using this because of those 3 reasons. It really fucks with my mind a lot because I'm used to having weapons that are really damn easy to control. And considering the fact that I mostly give out the best recoil reduction and stability reduction, or improvement, it really just fucks with my mind. I just don't really like this. I know it's the best pistol in the game. I know. But I don't like using this. It's the best pistol in the game. I won't disagree on that matter. And I know it's the best, and I know it's able to kill enemies a lot more quicker than most of the pistols. Maybe less quicker than the Bison and as well as the Castigo because of its slightly slow rate of fire. But other than that, it is able to kill enemies a lot quicker than 90% of the pistols. I absolutely despise this thing, but hey, what can I say? And that's pretty much it. The one thing I can say about pistols in Payday 3 is that every single one of them, apart from the signature 403, is that they are all very effective. They are very, very good against almost every enemy you can think of. There is no such thing as a bad pistol, apart from this fucking thing. Anyway, besides that piece of shit, every single pistol is very good. They all have their own uses, they all feel differently, none of them feel similar. They all feel different, they handle well, they shoot well, they do their job what they're supposed to be, and that is as an emergency or as a quick, kill. But either way, these are very good weapons. None of them are bad. Use whatever you want. I'm not saying that all of them are bad except for the Signature 403. Use whatever you want. Use whatever you're comfortable with. I'm not saying if you're using this pistol you're terrible at the game. Use whatever you like. Even if I despise the Deagle, you might like the Deagle because it's a Deagle and you love the Deagle in real life. Or you just, like it because of how effective it is. Everyone has their own uses, everyone has their reasons as to why they like it. The only reason I really like the Castigo, and as well as the Glock, it's because the Castigo's a cool looking revolver. And the only reason I really like weapons like the Bullkick and the Glock for that matter, it's because the Bullkick is a very fun revolver, and the Glock it's a Glock. I love the Glock in real life, even though I don't own one, but I would love to shoot one. But I really love it. So yeah. I hope this video gave you a better insight on how every weapon is. That's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say besides that. All these pistols are good. Use whatever you want. That's it. Do not let other people say otherwise. The only time people are right is they can say that the Signature 403 is bad. That's it. Do not let anyone else say that the specific pistol is bad, because none of them are. They're all very good. So yeah, do not listen to other people. Either way. That's it. Take care of each other, treat each other with respect, show some love, kindness to another. Do not hate each other, do not be an asshole, and like always, I will see each and every one of you next time. Goodbye, take care of yourselves, and I will see each and every one of you next time. Goodbye. Now get out of my fucking house.